All right, this is another YouTube tier list video. I'm going to be talking about certain reviewers from the 2010s that I enjoy. This is going to be completely unscripted, and I know that Ace Salieri, he's the expert when it comes to reviewing reviewers or whatever, but who cares? You know, I'm jumping in on the game too. It doesn't matter. No one's going to watch this anyway, so let's just begin. Okay, first guy we got here is JonTron. I feel like he's kind of the new innovator for this modern day reviewing style, this kind of absurdist Tim and Eric Andre style of making videos. Really high production values. They don't really feel like reviews at the end of the day. They kind of feel more like just like these weird performance pieces. And even though I don't think they're all that insightful as reviews, I think they're really entertaining. And so I'll give them an A for that. I'll put them in the A rank. Alright, continuing with the whole normal boots theme, we got Pro Jared. Scandal not standing or withstanding. I don't know how to speak today. His reviews weren't all that great, but they aren't awful either. They're just kind of there. I feel like he never really found his voice, or his, he never found his thing, his hook. Like, I remember he talked about a lot of Final Fantasy games, and he kind of broke them down in, I guess, like a more layman way of speaking about Final Fantasy. I don't know the term to... So he didn't really speak as like a super fan, he was just kind of like more casual. And as someone who was more of a casual RPG fan, I kind of appreciate that, but... aside from that, I don't think he did anything noteworthy in his career, in all honesty. So, I don't know. I guess I'll give him a D. I guess that sounds good, you know. Okay, one more normal boots guy, PBG. I feel like he also, like Pro Jared, didn't really have much of a personality outside of, I guess, kind of the same style as JonTron. Very just like silly and over the top kind of humor, but not really at JonTron's level, I think. Like, it was like JonTron Light, I guess, would be the word to say when describing Peanut Butter Gamer. I'll still have his reviews on and listen to them just as like background noise, but aside from that, he's not really that remarkable, so I guess E. E's fine. And moving on from normal boots over to Hidden Block, we have Brutal Moose. I like his style. It's more laid back. He isn't trying to be, I guess, like a formal critic. More like just like a guy talking to you about a movie that he really enjoyed or really hated. And I like that he doesn't try to be like overly cynical, even to some movies that aren't really that good or to games that aren't really that good. He tries to find the positives in things, especially in media that is just absolutely terrible. And I respect that he's trying to be more honest. I'll give him a B. Okay, and this one's gonna be, I guess, like a three-way review discussion about I Hate Everything, Your Movie Sucks, and Ralph the Movie Maker. All these guys, they make solid videos, but I feel like they kind of fall under, I guess, the same style. Like, they're kind of similar in a way, even though they're not. They all have the kind of cynical, edgy kind of nothing matters, screw everything style. It's kind of the new version of, I guess, the classic angry reviewer, but instead of angry, it's just irritated and mildly annoyed. I mentioned in a playthrough video of Sphinx how I didn't really like this kind of style of review, this cynic porn, this kind of just hypercritical, just, I don't know the term to use, but it just kind of all blends. I mean, I still like the guys and I still like their videos, but I don't know, I can't really give it anything higher than a C, just all of them. Now, I've actually watched Nostalgia Wound before he started doing game reviews and movie reviews. Back when he was going by the name of Common Filth, he did like a lot of videos basically just critiquing Tumblr and just like making fun of SJWs, that kind of stuff. But over time, I feel like his reviews are kind of surpassing that kind of, I guess, format. He usually reviews like kind of bargain bin games that you would find at thrift stores. Not usually the name brand, I guess, like well-known games like Mario, Zelda. His humor it's not as bombastic as most reviewers. It's very subtle. He has this monotone voice, but he actually makes his voice work for his videos. He kind of has like this Ben Stein drawl, I guess. And he has a lot of political humor. That might not be for everyone, but you know, if you can stick through that and his droning voice, I think you'll enjoy a lot of his stuff. So I'm gonna give him at least a B, like a B plus. Kenny Lauderdale, he's been around since like 2015, not really that long ago, but he never really seemed to gain popularity until like just a couple of months ago when he uploaded this review of this old anime called Twinkle Nora Rock Me. I really like his anime reviews. I'm not really a big fan of a lot of modern anime reviewers. Like even DigiPro, I know he's kind of like the name that everyone kind of associates with anime reviews. I'm not all that interested in some of his videos, but I like Kenny for some reason. He usually goes for more old school, obscure anime, like stuff that hasn't been released on DVD or Blu-ray, just straight up VHS. He's really knowledgeable on classic anime. I was surprised by some of the stuff that he knew about. And I consider myself a bit of a connoisseur of classic anime, but this guy, he's got me beat by a lot. He's also big into Lost media, which I'm also a big fan of, channels who talk about Lost or obscure media. So definitely give him a shot. I place him, I want to say he's an A minus, around that, somewhere around that area. And last but not least, I would have to say Red Letter Media. They've been around for a while. They do some really professional stuff, like something you could probably see on TV or, I don't know, like Adult Swim at like 5 a.m. I first watched their Plinkett reviews, which were a nice mix of comedy and analytical. And then Half in the Bag. A lot of people didn't like that at first, but I enjoyed it. They just kind of just two guys talking about, you know, whatever current movies that were coming out, and yeah, it worked. It didn't need to be like heavily edited. I mean, they did have like skits, but they were usually like they kind of like mocked at the whole idea of having like these overarching plot lines in a review. Let's see, they do that new thing called Review. It's basically just them talking about older movies. That one's all right. I kind of like it a little bit better than what James is doing with his show, his rental reviews. I feel like it doesn't drag as much since it's only like two people, and so they can get their points across a lot better. All in all, I'd say they're an S. They're at the very top. They're the pinnacle of what I consider to be reviewing, in my opinion, of course. But that was my list. You can make your own, I guess. Jump on the bandwagon, and we can compare and see who's got the better tastes or not. I don't know. This was just kind of something I wanted to do for fun. Anyways, I will see you guys later.